Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon anime episode review. This time I am talking about the first episode of the new web series, Paldean Winds. So let's get to it. The episode begins with an amazing sweeping shot of the outskirts of Mesagoza, which soon enters the city to track an adorable Gimmighoul as it chases after a coin that is taken by a Corviknight who flies over a Tinkaton who proceeds to do what made it famous. Corviknight keeps flying while the camera follows it until it goes past the Naranja Academy, which also gives us a look at Area Zero. The episode then cuts to a concert featuring a conductor and a group of students with various instruments. This is juxtaposed with a girl and her Fuecoco climbing up Glaciado Mountain. The girl is seen carrying an instrument in a case. This is contrasted with a shot of her playing said instrument, a flute, that has clearly seen a lot of use at the concert shown earlier. She is then shown in her room, seemingly sad, though Fuecoco cheers her up. We also see her and the conductor in a close-up that suggests that they are related in some way. A picture revealed soon after confirms this, though there seems to be a rift between them, since the conductor is seen blurry and distorted on the girl's back as she grasps her flute while looking like she is suffering. The episode then cuts back and forth between the girl as she continues her climb, a boy and his Meowscarada who are seen battling, a boy who seems to like researching and recording videos and who has a Quaxly, and the concert. This all culminates with the girl disposing of her flute while saying goodbye. The episode then cuts to the three characters we were just introduced to, who are in a classroom. The girl reminds the boys with an amazing impression of Director Clavell that he instructed them to make a video for incoming students that showcases the wonders of the academy. However, the boy with the Quaxly is too busy researching Say Titan, while the boy with Meowscarada eats a snack and watches Nemona as she teaches to younger students about Terastal. The girl soon recalls that this boy, whose name she reveals to be Alquis, will be battling Nemona soon, so she tells him to do his best. He turns to her, revealing that her name is Ohara, recalling that she will be doing the flute solo at the next concert, something he congratulates her for. She thanks him, though clearly she is not thrilled about it. He adds that her father will be conducting the concert. This makes her look even more dejected, and it calls back to a moment shown earlier, revealing that the conductor is her father. Their conversation is interrupted by the other boy, who is raving about a new study suggesting that Pokemon like Say Titan communicate via sound. Alquis berates him for interrupting them, revealing that this boy's name is Hohma. However, Quaxly does not take kindly to Alquis' aggression, which only angers him further. He proceeds to chase them around, which makes Ohara despair, saying that she cannot deal with them anymore. The episode then cuts to Glaciado Mountain. Ohara is here talking to Director Clavell on the phone. She tells him that she is doing her treasure hunt, and she apologizes for leaving the video project behind. She thinks that she is not right for the task, though Clavell disagrees. He is more concerned, however, with her band duties. He wonders if she talked to her father, but she clearly didn't, and the question obviously bothers her, so Clavell drops the subject. He says that she can always talk to him and he wishes her good luck with finding her treasure. She then reveals while talking to herself that she is just using the treasure hunt to run away, which she believes makes her a terrible person. Sometime later, while she eats an apple, Arven appears. Since he has a mean look on his face, Ohara calls for Fuecoco. However, it is nowhere to be found. In the end though, there is no cause for concern, as Arven simply walks by her. He soon runs into a Sea Titan that is not too happy to see him. It proceeds to chase him around relentlessly. Seeing this makes Ohara recall that just before she left, she ran into Alquis and Hohma, who were working on the video. Upon hearing where she was heading, Alquis wondered why she was taking her flute with her. She said that she is just taking it one way. Hohma meanwhile got excited because she was heading to the place where Sea Titan live. He mentioned that the sounds they make for relaxation resemble a flute playing. Ohara simply prays for Arven to be safe, since she has no flute or Pokemon to help him with. Eventually, Fuecoco suddenly appears with part of her flute in its mouth. Just when Arven is in serious danger, Ohara plays a beautiful and soothing melody that successfully calms Sea Titan down, so it peacefully goes back to its children. Soon after, Ohara retrieves the rest of her flute, and she stores it safely in its case. Arven thanks her for saving him, and he praises her playing. She says that her father taught her. Arven assumes, while looking lonely, that she gets along with her parents, hinting at his troubled relationship with his parents. However, Ohara reveals that this is not true. She was just able to get through the learning process thanks to Fuecoco. So Arven thanks it as well, and he leaves after telling her to care for her partner. While cherishing Fuecoco and promising not to let it go, she heads down the mountain. She recalls the performance shown earlier. Apparently, she also did the flute solo then. The audience, which included several esteemed characters from the games, loved her performance, leaving her in tears. The episode ends with her descending Glaciado Mountain, saying that she now understands and telling Fuecoco that they should go back to the academy. So that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy/interesting. What I loved the most is the animation, which is simply magnificent. Now, this is not surprising. Short, limited series like this always have a fantastic animation, because they only need to keep up such pristine quality for a short amount of time. Therefore, they can go all out, something they cannot do with the main anime. The animation alone simply pulls you in. Added to this, that a short series like this one tended to focus less on character and more on the majestic wonder and the splendor of the world, and you get an experience that is simply immersive and cozy. It just draws you in and makes you bask in the magic of the Pokemon world. This is where series like this excel. However, that is not to say that there is no focus on character. Considering that it was only one episode, and a short one at that, it's impressive how much they were able to develop Ohara and her plight. They were able to make me feel invested in her in a very short time. This is mostly due to some amazing visual storytelling, which sidestepped the need for a lot of dialogue and exposition. The little bit of dialogue and exposition they did have were used expertly to hint and suggest many things. They were certainly able to do a lot with just one short episode, including making me look forward to future ones. Finally, I just loved seeing so many Pokemon and the characters animated for the first time. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So, overall, this episode was great. The combination of marvelous animation and the storytelling made it a memorable and magical experience that I cannot wait to get more of. Watching it honestly felt like being wrapped in a warm blanket on a cold night. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this one right away. Additionally, down in the description, I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my second channel, where I cover Resident Evil. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.